Before a single shot is fired, a war is often already won or lost in the mind of the commander. Sun Tzu gives us the 7 considerations. This isn't just a checklist, it's a cold, hard comparison between your side and the enemy. To lead is to compare. Let's look at these 7 factors through the lens of the Russia-Ukraine conflict to see how the strategic scoreboard currently stands in 2026. Number 1. Harmony and positivity. The internal front. Sun Tzu asks, which side has fewer difficulties and more content population? In 2026, we see a massive contrast. Ukraine has maintained a total defense posture where a civilian population and military remain largely harmonious. Despite the exhaustion of war, there is a clear way. Conversely, Russia has faced internal rivalries between the private military companies and the regular MOD. Sun Tzu warns that internal rivalry is a poison that makes a military force inefficient before it even reaches the front. 2. Leadership. The skill of the command team. Sun Tzu asks, which side has more experienced victorious leaders? This isn't just about the person at the top, it's about the command team. Ukraine's leaders have gained years of high-intensity experience against a peer adversary. When comparing leaders, you must ask, who is more professional? Who adapts faster? A leader with more skill in warfare creates a compounding advantage. 3. Heaven and earth, position and weather. Sun Tzu asks, who has the wind, the sun, and the terrain on their side? In the Donbass, terrain is everything. Sun Tzu combines heaven and earth here. In the spring, Rasputitsa, the mud season, the side with the lighter equipment or better engineered roads has the advantage. If one army is hampered by natural obstacles, like the Dnieper River, while the other side uses it as a shield, the scorecard tilts. 4. Routines and discipline. The speed of movement. Sun Tzu asks, which side follows orders with more speed and skill? Discipline isn't just standing straight. It's the ability to make and break camp with little effort. We see this in how quickly units can shoot and scoot, firing artillery and moving before a counterstrike arrives. The army with better routines survives the drone-saturated battlefield in 2026 because they don't waste time. 5. Raw power. The strength of numbers. Sun Tzu asks, which side is larger and better equipped? Sun Tzu is a realist. He tells us, do not be seduced by the heroic underdog story. Usually, the larger army wins. In this conflict, Russia's sheer mass in artillery and manpower is a constant weight. However, Ukraine counters this with better equipment and more advanced technology, drones, and Western precision systems. You must weigh mass against tech. 6. Training. The innovation edge. Sun Tzu asks, whose troops are updated with the most innovative techniques? A soldier from 2022 would be lost on the battlefield of 2026. The side that is constantly updated, learning to fight alongside AI, electronic warfare, and autonomous systems, holds the edge. Professionalism beats raw numbers if the training is superior. 7. Internal rules. Rewards and punishments. Sun Tzu asks, is the system of reward and punishment clear and constant? This is the moral law in practice. If a soldier knows that bravery is recognized and desertion is punished consistently, they stay in the fight. If rewards are given only to the well connected and punishments are arbitrary, the army's spirit rots. Sun Tzu's conclusion is simple. Look at the tally. The side that holds the majority of these 7 considerations is the one that holds the advantage. If you do not perform this honest, brutal comparison using intelligence networks, you are not a true commander. You are a gambler. And in war, gamblers lose everything. Before you commit to your next big move, stop. Lay out the 7 considerations. If you don't like what the scorecard says, don't start the fight. We have walked through the 7 considerations. Sun Tzu's ultimate scorecard for gauging the outcome of a conflict before it begins. As we stand here in March 2026, the war in Ukraine provides a vivid, living testament to why these comparisons are so vital. To close this lesson, let's look at how the modern commander might weigh the balance of power today. First, the moral advantage. Early in the war, Ukraine held a clear lead in the harmony and positivity. By 2026, while the population is exhausted, the internal rivalry Sun Tzu warned us about has shifted. We see Russia dealing with the social strain of a long-term war and economic biting from sanctions, while Ukraine has to manage the challenge of maintaining national unity under constant infrastructure attacks. Second, the tech versus mass debate. Sun Tzu was a realist who favored a stronger and larger army. Russia's sheer mass remains its primary weapon. However, Lesson 8 tells us to look at better equipment. In 2026, Ukraine's mastery of innovative military techniques, specifically FPV interceptor drones and AI-driven systems, has allowed a smaller force to grind down the larger one, proving that better trained and better equipped can sometimes neutralize the stronger in numbers. 3. The heaven and earth factor. As we enter the spring of 2026, the weather and terrain remain the great deciders. The side that uses the thaw to stall the enemy's logistics while using their own routines and discipline to move rapidly across broken ground holds the scorecard advantage. Sun Tzu's most chilling point is his last. Those who do not consider the above are not true commanders. In the 2026 landscape, we see leaders on both sides constantly weigh up these 7 points. Russia continues to push. They believe their power factor 5 will eventually win. Ukraine resists because they believe their training, factor 6, and internal rules, factor 7, provide a professional edge that mass cannot break. As you finish this lesson, take this war tip with you. The majority of the considerations determines the advantage. Success is not about luck. It's about an honest, intelligence-backed comparison of your strengths against the enemy's realities. If the 7 considerations are not in your favor, Sun Tzu's advice is simple. Modify your plans, change the circumstances, or do not go to war.